Viking, North Atsira, South Atsira, 40s, Cromarty, 4th, Tyne, Dogger.
If you grew up in Britain, those words probably just triggered something deep in your brain, a kind of warm, half-asleep recognition. But if you're hearing them for the first time, you might be wondering, what on earth is going on? Today, we're diving into one of the most peculiar, most beloved, and most culturally significant broadcasts in British history. This is the story of the shipping forecast. Let's start at the beginning. The year is 1859, and Royal Charter, a passenger steamship, sinks off the coast of Wales, killing over 450 people. It's a catastrophe that rocks the nation, and it prompts Vice Admiral Robert FitzRoy, yes, the same FitzRoy who sailed with Charles Darwin, to take action. FitzRoy, then head of what would become the Met Office, the UK's National Weather Service, began issuing storm warnings to ports around Britain's coast using a network of telegraph stations. It was the world's first organised weather warning system for mariners. The BBC began broadcasting what we now call the shipping forecast in 1924, and more than 100 years later, it's still going, largely unchanged, still read aloud, still hypnotic. Its purpose is deadly serious: to give fishermen, sailors, and anyone at sea around Britain's coastline advance warning of dangerous weather. Wind direction and force, sea state, visibility, weather. 4 data points delivered calmly for each of the 31 named sea areas surrounding the British Isles. Those region names, they are to many British people a kind of poetry. Fastnet, Irish Sea, Shannon, Rockall, Malin, Hebrides, Bailey, Fair Isle and Faroes. That's to name just a few. Each name is a tiny door into geography, history, and the vast indifferent sea. Dogger is named for the Dogger Bank, a vast sandbank in the North Sea, once a land bridge between Britain and Europe, now a busy fishing ground. Rockall is one of the most remote and hostile rocks in the world, barely poking above the Atlantic. Fastnet is named for the famous lighthouse off the southwest tip of Ireland. There's a video on this channel called The Radio Broadcast Britain Can't Live Without that imagines one night on the high seas, the forecast crackling through the airwaves, and the people who listen. A link is in the description. The shipping forecast is broadcast 4 times a day on BBC Radio 4, but it's the late night broadcast, just after midnight, that has become the stuff of legend. Radio 4 closes its main schedule with a sequence that has barely changed in decades. Sailing by, a gentle, slightly odd piece of light orchestral music by Ronald Binge drifts in almost as a lullaby. Then the forecast itself, then the national anthem, and then Radio 4 closes its doors for the night. For insomniacs, for anxious minds, for shift workers and night owls across Britain, that broadcast has been a strange comfort. There's something about a calm voice listing wind speeds and sea states, matters entirely beyond your control, that is oddly, profoundly settling. The readers of the shipping forecast are not celebrities. They're continuity announcers, the voices that bridge programmes on Radio 4, but some have become quietly iconic. Peter Jefferson, Brian Perkins and Charlotte Green, their warm and distinctive tones have graced Radio 4 for decades. Thanks to BBC Radio 4's online streams, people tune in from all across the world, from Australia to Canada, from Japan to the United States, many of them British expats craving a slice of home. The forecast has seeped into culture in every direction. Poet laureate Carol Ann Duffy wrote a poem about it. Blur and Radiohead used it in their songs. The painter Peter Collier spent years creating artwork inspired by the sea areas. There are shipping forecast tea towels, mugs, prints and books. The shipping forecast has outlasted empires, wars, and the entire history of broadcasting as we know it. It's a reminder that beyond the edge of the land, the world is vast, and wild and uncontrollable. And tonight, just after midnight, on BBC Radio 4, the calm voice will begin again. And now, the shipping forecast issued by the
Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency. There are warnings of gales in Bailey and southeast Iceland. The general synopsis at 1800.
What are your memories of the shipping forecast? Do you still tune in now? And from where? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you have a chance, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.